We're less than 1 month out from the first Republican primary debate, and so far 6 candidates qualify. They include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, former governors Nikki Haley and Chris Christie, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, and former President Donald Trump, although he says he will likely skip the debate. To qualify, candidates must poll at 1% and secure 40,000 donors. Just an incredible sustainable run for Ohio State. This team has played with great physicality. They've played with an edge to them, and that was one of the main messages that Ryan Day had today in his press conference, where he's talking about this team and their competitiveness, their grittiness, finding ways to win, being able to be locked in, focused, disciplined. Those are all key parts of this team's identity that is still forming. It is not yet done, but Ryan Day said that's a great foundation when you can be competitive that way, when you can play gritty, when you can play tough and fast, fly to the football. All those are major factors in how good this team can be this year if they continue to work on them. Now, he did say that we've got miles to go, and that's true. Welcome to the Saturday Cadence Podcast, your ultimate destination for all things college football. I am your host, Blake Biscardi, and our podcast is a must-listen for avid fans, casual enthusiasts, and anyone looking to immerse themselves in the thrilling world of college football. The Fox News debate will take place on August 23rd in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is what separates our show from other college football outlets. Our podcast is not just about news and analysis, it's also about the people behind the game. That's right, it's about you, the fan. Meanwhile, fallout continues from Israel's judicial overhaul plan. Delaware U.S. Attorney David Weiss agreed to testify before Congress about his Hunter Biden criminal probe. House Republicans accused the Justice Department of interfering with the investigation, which was held ahead of the 2020 election. But Weiss denies this and says he has full authority to place charges against Hunter. The DOJ said it's strongly in the public's interest to hear directly from the attorney, quote, on these assertions and questions about his authority, end quote. The first question was about an HBCU coming in here with Grambling State and just the history of that program and about Eddie Robinson and how he was so impactful to Coach Larry Johnson's life. He actually addressed the team talking about that because that's how Larry Johnson actually got into coaching, was through Eddie Robinson. Hearing him at a clinic. So that was a pretty cool story for him to share with everybody. He also talked about being proud of the quarterbacks, Julian Sain in particular there. Tavian St. Clair's been making some strides, and they would like to get him some game reps, but that's something that's going to come down the line. But really, it was a great thing for the defense to go out and perform the way that they did. But he said there's a lot of ways that they need to improve going forward in the rest of the season. It was great to get the win against Texas. That was the goal, just to go 1-0. They did that, and now it's going to be about building brick by brick, setting that foundation, and building for what's to come down the rest of the schedule. Join myself and David Wertheim as we guide you through the intricacies of college football, offering valuable insights, analysis, and captivating discussions while keeping you up to date with the latest news and recruiting developments. The National Weather Service predicts that the heat wave gripping much of the southwestern United States will likely expand to cover the whole country. The plains and midwestern regions are expected to be hit first, with temperatures averaging at 90 degrees and highs reaching over 100. It is also forecasted that the hot weather will expand into the northeast, pushing the average daily high into the 90s. Temperatures have already gripped much of the South, including areas such as Texas, where one Good Samaritan smashed a car windshield to rescue a baby from a hot car. This couple seen in the video reportedly left their keys inside the car along with their child. The heat index that day was over 100 degrees, and it is unknown how long the child was left inside the vehicle. However, researchers have noted that it only takes 10 minutes for a car to heat up by as much as 20 degrees. Assistant Attorney General Carlos Urate said in a 2-page letter that the hearing can be scheduled after the congressional August break. In addition, we provide weekly breakdowns, game predictions, rankings, and more to keep you engaged throughout the season. Oversight Chair Jim Jordan said on Sunday that a choice has to be made about which story to believe. Our cadence is built on clarity, precision, and simplicity, ensuring that you understand the game and feel in command of the college football world. And up next, we'll get an update from the border as well as news around the world. We'll be right back after this. I'm Blake Biscardi, and remember, the Saturday Cadence Podcast is the heartbeat of college football.